Hey, Don Copeland here. Today we're going to be working with the Mutoh ValueJet 426UF, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be printing on custom poker chips. What we have here is I've got 5 different colors, got a dozen of each on here. We got 60 on the bed. Actually, if I got creative, I probably could build a jig and get 70 on here, but this doesn't seem like a good number. What we're going to do is produce these. These are just a quick fundraiser poker chip like you would use at a casino night for an event, and show you how we can do these pretty quickly and really generate good money. Now, if I was going to do a lot of these, I would have a jig made. We'll show you here in the software in a minute or two exactly what we did. However, since these take a little bit of time to print, we're going to get started printing. Then we're going to show you what we did in the software. We did some research on this, and most of the places we found to do full color prints on poker chips, they're going to range anywhere from 90 cents to 99 cents a piece. Anywhere, minimum order of anywhere from 50 to 100 at a time. As you'll see when we print these, I think it's like $1.14 to print the entire bed. Do the math, it's less than 2 cents per chip to print. That's pretty good doing 60 chips at a time. So we're gonna go ahead and get it set up, get it started, close the lid. We are ready to go according to the front of the printer. Now we're gonna come over to the software. What we have here on our screen, this is our designer software that comes with our Mutoh 426, as well as with all of our compress line of printers. What we have here is our designer with the bed set up for the Mutoh 426, representing the white area here represents the printable area of the bed. What we did is we brought in a graphic which was designed in Illustrator, which is this product, this graphic right here, and it already drawn a circle with a thick line stroke on it on the bed. On the software itself. Drop these in, centered them to one another, and then I actually just use a step and repeat called array in the software to fill up the full bed. You'll see when I show the full screen, we have all these set up here. And the really cool thing is what we've done is we've gone in here and we've got all of the bitmaps are on one layer. All of the outlines are on another layer. So the first thing that I did is I actually went in and I turned off from printing and visual the layer that represented our bed. I sent that over to the RIP software right here in the single layer, and you'll see what we had here is a representation of circles which I printed on the bed for alignment. Once we had printed that, I went back to the software, I turned back on this layer, and I turned off the circle layer, sent that over, and that's what we have here in the queue, sitting here waiting to print. Actually, what I've gotten to print, I'll tell you what I did there in a second. What we have right here is, when I grab the right one, there we are, we have the entire bed of just the logos we're going to print on those chips, which correspond directly to the black outlines. Now, to make sure that I had things right, what I did, and that's what you saw on the screen when we came in, is I actually took and just selected the top left and bottom right chips, and I printed those out to just basically use 2 sacrificial chips to make sure that everything aligned well. I know if this one prints well and this one prints well, the other 58 are going to print fine because those are the 2 extremes of the bed. All right, so now we've got it loaded up. Let's go ahead and send these over to print. I'm going to process them first to show you the cost. $1.14 to print all 60 chips. Now that we're done, we're going to go ahead and release the job. Alrighty, they're done here. So take a quick look in here at them. All 60 chips printed, look pretty good. Grab a couple here. We're gonna take a peek at, see the alignment and all. As you can see here, we've got the custom logos printed on each of the chips. Took us under 15 minutes. They even look better when you turn them right side up, right? Took us just under 15 minutes. According to my clock on my phone, it was about 14 minutes and 20 or 30 seconds or so. So comfortably you could turn around at least 3 times in an hour, potentially 4 times in an hour. If you had a jig for this, you easily could turn this 4 times an hour. You'd load one while it was off the machine and load another one in. And as we mentioned earlier in the video, the ink cost on all 60 of these was $1.14, saying basically 2 cents worth of ink on each one of the chips. The chips themselves, we bought them just at our regular big box like Walmart. Got 100 chips for $10. So you get a dime into each chip. You got 2 cents worth of ink. You got 12 cents into each one of these. You're going to turn it 4 times an hour, let's say, which would be 240 chips in an hour. Even at the low end pricing that we talked about of 90 cents to $1 a chip, for 50 to 100 chips, depending on what company you find online, for the minimum, you can make 80 cents on each one of these chips. If you do 4 turns, that's 240 in an hour, which if I do my math right in my head, that's something like $192 an hour in profit. But if you're doing even shorter run or customize, if you wanted to take these and serialize them, or if you wanted to take them and have each dozen chips have something slightly different on it, like a denomination or whatever, you could easily charge $1.50 a piece for these chips, and your numbers just start to multiply. But it's not just about fundraiser poker chips. You could use these. I've seen people use these as cheater golf ball markers. So you can make cheater golf ball that way you can put your ball down somewhere in that space when you go to putt. You could do these for wedding announcements, save the dates. Some folks use these. I've seen them used as business cards for like realtors and stuff like that. So there's a lot of different things you could do using a poker chip that's just different. It reminds people of something. You know, if everybody in the room gives you a business card and another guy gives you one of these, it's going to have an impact. This is just business card. So just more things you can do with your Mutoh 426UF to generate income, ways to help your customers think outside the box and get their brand out there, or ways to address things like I said. These would go great with bachelorette parties, bachelor parties, and things like that. You may already be doing, doing T-shirts and things like that with your other equipment. This is Don Copeland with the Mutoh 426UF, just showing you some more ways to make money with your printer and your business. We look forward to showing you some more things in the future as we get ready to print some golf balls and other items like that.